Welcome to the April Challenger class. Today is session number 2. It's good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. Our April Challenger is the level 3 exercise class. So this is our high level and high intensity exercise class. But it's good to see you all. Now, this class, we are going to be in fully standing. So for anyone new today, level 3 is our high impact and high intensity class. Now, generally, we don't have any specific equipment needed for the class, but we do sometimes use some household items that you might have. So today, you are going to need 2 tea towels from your kitchen. Or they could be hand towels, but they need to be small. So no big towels, but we need 2 hand towels, so 2 kitchen towels if possible. They don't necessarily have to be exactly the same size, but as close as possible. And then the second thing you need is either a small cushion, or if you have like a small ball of some kind, it doesn't matter what material, as long as it's small and you can hold in one hand, that's what you'll need today. So if you can take a few moments to grab your 2 tea towels and a small cushion or a ball or something you can pass in your hands, that would be great. So generally our level 3 class, like the April Challenger and the September Challenger classes, are a little smaller because they are high intensity. And so the people who sign up for it tend to be from a smaller group. But that's great because then I can see all of you and hopefully give feedback as needed. Now, during the class, if you did have any questions, you are more than welcome to unmute yourself, or you can type in the chat box, whatever is easier for you. Now, the structure of the class, for those who may be new today, we are going to do a warm-up together. Following the warm-up, we have our circuit portion of the exercise class, which is the main part. So we'll have 5 exercises we're going to do for 90 seconds each, and we run through 2 rounds of that. So 5 exercises, 2 rounds, 90 seconds each. And it sounds like not much right now, but when we're doing it, it's actually kind of challenging to maintain our movements for the entire 90 seconds. So that's the main challenge of the class. And we do also want to move as big and as powerfully as we possibly can. So during the class, I'll give you some pointers on that. So hopefully you all have your 2 tea towels or hand towels, and also either a soft cushion or a small ball of some kind that you can hold in one hand at a time. And then other than that, you just need a blank wall that we'll use today for 2 of our exercises, and that's it. And then we can get started. Okay, I think most people have come back. Okay, let me stand up. Let's start with the warm-up today. We'll stand with our feet wide. We're going to bring our hands in front, and all we're going to do here is a rotation. So we're just going to open our arm out behind us and let our gaze follow. And we're just letting our trunk rotate. Nice and gentle. We're not doing anything intense right now. We just want to get some movement into the body as part of the warm-up. So we're just opening and closing, rotating. Nice, gentle, smooth movement. Hopefully you're standing up nice and tall as you're doing this. We're going to try not to be in a forward flex position. We want to think crown of the head, reaching to the ceiling if possible, straightening up, letting our trunk rotate. Good. We're going to take this one step further, so we're going to keep going, but now we're going to let our feet kind of follow. So you can see here, I've kind of rotating one of my feet. As I'm doing this, I'm kind of letting my legs transfer weight from side to side as I'm doing this rotation. Letting momentum kind of take over your arms. We're just swinging. We're not holding anything in place. We're kind of just trying to loosen up here in this rotation. Good, nicely done. Remember to let your gaze follow your arm, because that way you'll get more of a rotation back. Good, still standing up nice and tall as we're doing this. A few more. One more each side. And drop those arms down. We're going to go up and over. Nice gentle stretch going up and over. You're noticing I'm kind of transferring my weight from side to side as I'm doing this. You're going to try to extend your fingertips as much as you can. See if you can wiggle your fingertips as you're doing this. Really drawing attention to the ends of our fingers. Because when we exercise, we want the entire body to be involved, not just our big muscle groups, but we also want to think about extending energy into our little fingers and our toes as well. Nicely done. Keep weight shifting. If you feel like you're not able to weight shift very much, you probably need to widen your stance so that you can have somewhere to travel when you go side to side. Big stretch up and over. Nicely done, everybody. As big as you can. Yes, very good. Nice twist, everybody. Well done. As big as we can. Just warming up the body. Everything is kind of nice and loose right now. We're not holding anything too tight. We're sort of letting momentum take over with our arms. A few more here. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1, and rest. You can hold on to something if you like for balance. And we're just going to go into our leg swings. Whoops, let me back up here. And just like last week, when we do our leg swings, we're not really aiming for a certain position. You're kind of just letting your leg do its own thing. You want it to be nice and loose, loosey-goosey, imagining that your arms and legs are like cooked spaghetti. So they're nice and floppy and they kind of just swing everywhere. And you're letting gravity and momentum take over. We're not specifically lifting the leg in any direction. We're just kind of letting it swing. We're really trying to open up the hip here. You're getting your arms and legs to be nice and loose, as floppy as you possibly can. As floppy as you can. The sillier you feel, the better. Nicely done. Hopefully you're still standing up tall as we're doing this. We're just shaking out those joints, letting our body kind of introduce some movement in, so that way when we get moving with our circuit, we're ready to move in a large range. Nice and floppy. We're not holding anything specifically. Loosey-goosey, floppy, floppy. Good, nicely done, everybody. Let's switch sides. We'll do the same thing on the other leg now. And just like before, hold on to a wall or a chair or a table, whatever you've got if you need, just to hold your balance, because we're not specifically balancing here. We're just letting our arms and legs go a little bit crazy. They can do what they want. They're swinging, using gravity and momentum to let them just be floppy and sort of all over the place. You're thinking about your arms and legs being like cooked spaghetti, nice and floppy and loose and kind of wiggly everywhere. Yes, very good. The sillier you feel, the better. Few more here, nice and loose and floppy. Remember, you're letting gravity and momentum sort of take over. And let's rest. We're going to switch to the other side again. And this time, we're going to go for a hip opener. So it looks like this. Bring my knee up. I'm drawing a circle and I'm coming down. Knee up, draw a circle, coming down. So I'm thinking about my kneecap being the point of concentration here. And I'm kind of just lifting the knee and I'm circling it outward. You can hold on to something for balance if you like. It doesn't have to be very high. You can go lower if you need, especially if you've got clunky hips or if something feels not quite great. You're welcome to lower the leg, but the whole point is we're drawing a circle. We're kind of opening our hip, if you will. Nice and gentle. We're not really aiming for a particular range. We're just thinking about opening that leg, getting that hip joint nice and warm. Let's try the other way. See if we can go from out to in. We're going to circle out to in. Remember, you can hold on to something for balance because we're not necessarily working on our balance in this particular exercise. We're kind of just getting our hip joint nice and warm. Let's try the same thing on the other side. We're opening outward. Opening outward. You're thinking about your kneecap as being the lead focus here. And remember, you can go lower. It doesn't have to be high. It can be low. Whatever feels better for you. We're just getting the hip joint open up, really thinking about opening that hip here. Good, nicely done. Let's try going the other direction now. We go out to in. So remember, same thing as before. It doesn't have to be high. You can literally go a bit lower like this too, if that feels better. But the whole point is we're trying to get some movement into the hip joint. We're warming that up because we will be doing lots of hip stuff today. Good, nicely done. And rest, okay. Let's warm up those ankles. So I'm gonna turn sideways and you can see me. You can hold on to something if you like. We're gonna rock back onto our heels and then we're gonna rock forward onto our toes. Rock back onto your heels, rock forward onto our toes. And if your balance isn't great here, don't worry. We're not necessarily working on balance here. We're just kind of getting the ankles moving. So if you need to hold on to something, please do. We're really focusing on this range of movement in the ankles, getting the ankles all warmed up because the exercises we've got today is going to be quite lower limb focused, although we have some upper limb stuff too, but we want to get the ankles nice and warm so that no one hurts themselves or, you know, roll your ankle by accident. We definitely don't want that. So the more you do this exercise here, see if you can aim for a bigger range. So maybe initially you're doing a small rock and a lift, and then the more repetitions you do, hopefully the warmer your ankle becomes and the bigger range you can do. So you're holding on to something, you're really exaggerating that heel weight shift and then moving your way forward to lift up, trying to see if you can lift the heels as high as possible. Standing up nice and tall, getting the ankles nice and warm, really aiming for that range of movement here. Good, nicely done, everybody. You know, rocking back on your heels feel kind of weird, but we do want to have the full range of the ankles available to us if possible for our exercises today. Ooh, big click in my ankle there. Good, nicely done, everybody. A few more. Last two. Last one, and rest. Okay, let's try to go for some regular squats now. We're going to get our feet to be a little wider, and we're going to slightly point our toes out today into more of a diagonal, if you will. And all we're going to do is we're going to drop down into a squat. So you're sending your hips back like you're going to sit down in a chair, and then you're standing back up. Let me go from the side so you can see me. So my toes are pointing sort of on a diagonal, and then I'm standing back up. I'm sticking my bottom out and I'm standing back up. So we want the toes to point on a diagonal and your knees will kind of be set on a diagonal. So we're slightly in a more open stance, if you will. So feel a little bit more room in your hips. And as we do this, I really want you to think about squeezing your bottom muscles. We're really warming up the big bottom muscles here. We stick our bottom back and we squeeze our bottom forward as we stand. Squeezing your bottom forward. Yes, good. We want to get the bottom muscles nice and warm because we will be using that lots today. So really think about bottom back, bottom forward. That's it, bottom back. Squeeze, bottom forward. Good, nicely done. And hopefully we're not using our back as we get up, but we want to really think hip forward. We want to think hip forward rather than our back arching. Very nicely done. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and rest. Okay, Hopefully you're a bit warm. If not, I promise you will be warm in a second. We are going to the first exercise of our circuit. So you want to grab your small ball, or if you're using a small cushion, whatever you're using is fine, as long as it's small enough that you can kind of hold in one hand. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to stand with our feet relatively close together. And I want you to imagine you're standing in the middle of a gigantic clock face. So that means 12 o'clock is directly in front of you. 3 o'clock is to your right. This is my right, but it might look like your left. So just bear that in mind. Images might not be mirrored. So 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock is to your right. 6 o'clock is behind you. And then 9 o'clock is to your left. Hopefully that makes sense. And then you have all the numbers in between. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc., all the way back to 12. So you're in the middle of that, and the numbers are all around you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to call out random numbers for you to step on. And when you step on the numbers, you're going to take your ball or cushion, and you're going to pass it around your torso in one direction, and then you're going to pass it around in the other direction. So an example, this is what it looks like. If I said 10 o'clock, you're going to do a big lunge at the 10 o'clock section. Hold that, pass the ball or pillow around your trunk one direction and then the other direction. And you're pushing back to the middle. Another example. If I said 3 o'clock, you're doing a big lunge in that direction. And you're going to pass that ball or cushion around your back and then around again in the other direction and then coming back. Hopefully that makes sense. So whatever number I say, you do not want to just do this. That's too small. You want to do big lunges. No matter what number we're going for, you're going for these really large lunges and keeping your balance in the lunge, passing that ball or cushion around you twice. Thumbs up if that makes sense. Thumbs down if you want another explanation. Okay, perfect. Let's try it. Are we ready? Keep nice and tall if you can. The entire time your body is upright. Here we go. 12 o'clock. Pass that cushion around you. 4 o'clock. Big step, big step. 9 o'clock. Big step, big step. 2 o'clock. Yeah, well done, everybody. Big lunges, remember. 8 o'clock. Nice big lunges. 11 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Nicely done. You have 30 seconds. 3 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 7 o'clock. 2 o'clock. And rest. Nicely done, everybody. Shake out those legs if you need. And just realize I didn't actually put my clock on this side, so you couldn't see what the timer was saying. I'll put that on for the next round. So each exercise we do, we have 2 rounds. So that was round 1. We're going to do one more round for this exercise. Now, I saw really large steps in the beginning, but then as we went on, I saw smaller and smaller steps. So really make sure your steps are nice and large every time. So it should feel like you almost have to work a little hard to bring your leg back into the center. So round 2, we're going to pick up the speed very slightly. So it's going to be slightly faster. So you really want to think
big. We're really pushing back in after. Okay. Whoops. Here's my timer. Because now you can actually see the timer rather than just my timer on the computer. We go in 3. Here we go. 9 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Big step, big step. 6 o'clock. Big step. 12 o'clock. As big as you can. 4 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Big step, big step. 1 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Nice big step. Nice and tall. 7 o'clock. 11 o'clock. 20 seconds. 5 o'clock. Big step, big step. 8 o'clock. Nice and big with those steps. Yes, 2 o'clock. 9 o'clock. And rest. Put that pillow or ball away. Okay, well done, everybody. Okay, hopefully that got us a little more warm with our multi-directional stepping. So we're off to a good start with our balance. Our next exercise is going to be a plank breaker. So watch me. I'm going to put one leg forward, one leg back. And I'm going to imagine there's a plank of wood I'm holding in my hands, okay? A plank of wood. So I'm going to lift the plank of wood up in the air, and I'm going to break this piece of wood over my back knee, like this. Hold. And then I'm going to reset. So you're really thinking about this upward drive, nice and powerful with the knee. And then return. So you might find the balance to be challenging the more effort and the sharper you make the movement. So don't worry about holding it forever. Even if you can just hold it for a second and then reset, that's fine too. But I really want to see this gigantic effort of us going nice and power, hold, and reset. So what I don't want to see is this. I'm exaggerating. No one's doing it like that. But I don't want it to be this smooth movement. I want it to be choppy. I want it to be sharp and almost military-like, if you will. You want to go up, hold, and reset. So you want there to be this power. You're really thinking about the plank of wood is really thick. So in order to break that plank of wood, you have to drag both the arms and the legs up towards each other in a sharp, powerful movement. So we have 2 rounds. Each round is 90 seconds. We're going to do one side as the first 90 seconds, and then we're going to switch to the other side for the second round. So for each round, you're only doing the same leg. We're not switching over to make it easier for us. Okay, so choose what leg you want to start with. Let me do my timer. Are we ready? We go in 5 seconds. And go! Hold! And reset. Good. Really aim for that power. Think about that piece of wood being really thick, and you really need to drive that knee up and the arms down. As powerful, yes, very good. As powerful as you can. Good. Ooh, I see some really good power there. That's it. As powerful as you can. Really think arms and legs together. Go. As sharp as you can possibly make it. Go, go, go. You're doing great. Keep going. Nice and powerful. Really aim for that balance for a second or two. You're growing taller as you're holding that position. Really think about that piece of wood in your hands. You're breaking it over that knee. Yes, good, nice and sharp. I want to see power. Go. Keep going. You've got 30 seconds left. You can do this. Nice power for the last little bit. Go, go, go. Really think sharp and nice and strong. As crisp and choppy as you can possibly make that movement. Yes, good. 15 seconds. Keep going. Breathe. As powerful as you can make it. Even more. More. Yes, as hard as you can go. 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 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo, rest. Shake it out. Shake out your arms. Shake out your legs. Well done, everybody. Walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Keep going. Walk it out. I'm just going to make sure my sound is turned up so you can actually hear the timer. Okay. Breathe. So the good news is you're done one side. The bad news is we got the other leg now. So just like before, I really want to see that sharp power. So last time we had briefly talked about exercise as a way to slow down Parkinson's. But in order for the exercise to actually slow down the progression of Parkinson's, it has to be done at a high intensity level, if not moderate intensity. So the way that you move, the cues that we're giving here for that sharp, crisp effort is so vital for this. Because if we do the exact same exercise, but I did it like that, I could do this for 10 minutes and arguably it probably wouldn't do anything for me. So what we're aiming for here is novel stimulation, novel movement for our brain in order for the brain to actually pick up that this is something it needs to change and morph in its structure. So we want the stimulation for exercise to be novel and challenging. Okay, are we ready? We're going to do our second side. So remember, you're thinking about this sharp effort. You want this power and effort in your movements. Ready? We go in 5 seconds. Go! Yes, really aim for that power. Hold for even just a second. Good, hold. Yes, very nice. Nice, sharp power. Imagine that plank of wood being really thick and you really got to drive that back knee up as hard as you can in order to get that piece of wood to break. Go! And if you're really fighting your balance here, a trick might be to think about pushing the floor away from you as you're balancing to help you straighten up. Go! As sharp as you can possibly make the movement. Effort for the arms and the legs driving up together. Yeah, break that piece of wood. Go! You can do this. Keep going. You have 40 seconds. Breathe. Nicely done, everybody. Remember to hold for a second or two. Go, as sharp as you can, even more than that. Go. Yes, beautiful. Well done, everybody. Good effort. Think about that sharp, crisp quality we're aiming for here. Nicely done. You've got 15 seconds and you're done. You can do this. Go, sharp, power, crisp, military-like position. As sharp as you can possibly make the movement. Go, go, go. And rest. Woo, shake out the arms. Shake out the legs. Oh my goodness. Well done, everybody. Walk it out. Let your breathing calm down a little bit. For our third exercise, you're going to be needing your tea towels or the hand towels, whatever you're using. And for this one, we're going to be doing some reverse lunges, but what I'll do is I'll show you the arms first so that we can really get the power in the arms before we add the legs in. So here's what you're going to do. You're holding on to the end of your towel, either the corner or one of the sides, whatever you want, but not in the middle. So don't hold on to it in the middle like that. We want to hold on to it at the end. So there's lots of towel here. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fold the arms across the chest like so. And you are going to whip the towels back like this. So I don't know if you can hear that, but you're going for this whip. whip. So it's almost like you're standing backstage and there's a really heavy curtain in front of you and you're whipping the curtain to go, ta-da, this is my show. That's what you're aiming for. And then sharp on the way into. So you want your movements to be nice and powerful on the way back and on the way in. Yes, good. So you almost want that whipping sound as you're moving the towels. Okay, so that's the arms. The legs are going to go like this. Watch my legs. Ignore the arms. The legs are going to go like this. Lunge. In. Other side. Lunge. In. So from the side, this is what it looks like. My legs are going reverse lunge and in. Other leg. Reverse lunge and in. Now, when I do the lunge, I do not want to do this. So see how I'm taking a small step? Because if I took this small step and I try to bend my knees, there's almost no room. Your knee kind of hits together. So you really want to think big so that it's almost like you're about to kneel on the floor, but we're not actually kneeling. It's almost like you will kneel on the floor. So you want your chest to be upright, but you want the movement to be big. So putting that together with the arms, it looks like this. Reverse lunge. Whoops. And I'm in. My paper just went flying into the screen here. I'm going to put it there. So again, let me show you. So crossing the arms, I'm going lunge, and I'm smacking my towels back, opening my chest, and then I'm going in. Out. Hold that balance, and in. So you want the movement to be really sharp and crisp again. We don't want the arms to just be like this, la-di-da-di-da back and la-di-da-di-da in. We want it to be this sharp movement every time. Okay, and we're going to do that for 90 seconds. Are we ready? If you have neighbors, I'm sorry, they might hate you a little bit. Okay, round one. We go in 5 seconds. Go! Sharp! In. Yes. Good. Nice and sharp. Chest up. Make sure your leg is stepping back as far as you can so that you are able to keep your chest up as you lunge. I want to hear those towels whip. Whip. Yes. Sharp. Good. Sharp. Very nice. Really think about the whipping sound. Hopefully you didn't just fall like I did. You'll probably find the sharper you make the movement, the more challenging your balance is. Nice and sharp. You want the towels to whip. Breathe. You've got 30 seconds. You can do this. If you need a few seconds rest, that's okay. Take it. And then when you're ready, get right back into it. Chest up. Chest up. Don't let yourself cave forward. If you're having trouble keeping your chest up, step back further. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo. Breathe it out. Walk around the space. Let the breathing come down. If you need some water, take a small sip. Little sips at a time. Nicely done, everybody. Good news is you're halfway. Bad news is you have to do that one more time, one more round. So you can probably feel as we did the first round, it's really challenging to maintain your balance while having this really sharp, crisp, powerful movement. And so this is part of the challenge here is us doing both that really powerful, sharp, crisp movement, but also not falling over. And so you might find it's easier to produce this powerful movement in the upper limbs, in the arms, but not so much when you're doing the legs, that lunge. So for the second round, I want to invite you to really think about how to make the legs sharp. Sharp. So you're aiming for that sharp. both the legs as well, and not just sharpness in the arms. You want the entire body to be almost a bit robotic, like really choppy, almost like a robot puppeteer kind of movement. You want it to be this sharp, powerful kind of movement. Okay, final round. And then you'll never see this exercise again. Unless you watch the recording, then you'll see it again. Okay, are we ready? We go in 5 seconds. Go! Sharp! Sharp! As sharp as you can. Go! Go! Get the legs to be nice and sharp as well. If you need help with the sharpness in the legs, think about stomping with every step that you take. Really distinct steps. Sharp. Even sharper with those arms. Think whip with the towels. Yes. Opening up that chest. Sharp. In. Good. Sharp. Yes. Well done, everybody. Keep going. Aim for that whip. Good, chest up. Remember, if you're having problems keeping your chest up, see if you can take a bigger step back. 30 seconds. You're almost there. You can do this. Last bit of hard work. Breathe. Nice and sharp. You can do this. You're almost there. 15 seconds left. Go, go, go. As powerful as you can make the movement. Sharp. Big. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew. Put those towels away. Oh my goodness. Well done, everybody. Breathe. Have a bit of a rest for a moment. You have 2 exercises left, and then you're so close. So for our last 2 exercises, we are going to be using a wall. So the first one we're going to do is a robo plank combination on the wall. And just like last time, we really want to think about our positioning as we're doing this exercise. So if you watch me for a second, I'm standing in front of a wall and I'm going to put my hands flat on the wall. Now, you should be able to put your hands flat on the wall and have your arms completely straight. If your arms are bent, you're too close to the wall. See if you can step back enough that your arms are straight, but your hands are flat. So if your arms are straight, but your hands are like that, you're too far away. So I want to start with the hands flat on the wall, elbows straight, and then from here, you're going to just walk your feet back a little bit so that I'm kind of on an incline. Can you see? I'm on an incline and I'm leaning into my hands. So if the wall gave way, I would fall forward. So that's kind of the idea. You want it to be a plank, a slope, a straight line. So I'm not sticking my bottom back and I'm not sagging at my tummy either. I'm keeping my tummy muscles nice and rigid so that my entire body is in one straight line. And then from here, keeping your body in the straight line, we're going to go down to our elbows like this. Down, down, push back up, up. We go down, down, up, up. So essentially from the front, if you're the wall, I go like this. Down, down, up, up. I want my entire forearm to be down on the wall. Go down, down, up, up. And the challenge here is, as you're doing that, you want to try to keep your body from doing this. You want to avoid this kind of twisting. So as I go down, I'm going to hold nice and firm. I'm going to keep my body in the same position. Rather than, if I exaggerate so you can see, when I go down, what I don't want is this. I'm exaggerating. I'm sure no one does it like that. But you want to try to keep your trunk nice and rigid. Are we ready? Find a wall. I'm going to set the timer. Our first round. We go in 5 seconds. Go! Keep your trunk nice and rigid. Tummy muscles in. Don't let your tummy sag. Don't let your hips push back. You want your trunk and your body in one straight line like a slope. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Go at your own pace. We're going to go for endurance here if we can for the entire 90 seconds. Breathe. Good. Well done. Keep your tummy muscles tight. Don't let your body rotate from side to side. Try to keep your hips squared. Easier said than done, I know. Well done. Keep going. Breathe. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Trunk in one straight line. Don't let your tummy sag. You can do this. Shoulders away from your ears. You're almost there. Keep going. Tummy muscles in. You can do this. I can't see the timer from here, but you're almost done. And rest. Breathe. Shake out those arms. Shake out the legs if you need. Pace around the room for a second. We're going to go for our second round, but have a little breather first. You're doing well. Well done, everybody. This is definitely not an easy class, so well done for getting this far. You've got one last round of this exercise and then one final exercise, and you're done. You are almost there. The finish line is right there. We can do this. Whew. Okay, second round of 90 seconds. Are we ready? After this, you got one exercise left, and you are done for the day. You can do this. Go to your wall. Here we go. We start in 5. Go! Keep your tummy muscles braced. Don't let your trunk sag in the middle. Don't let your hips stick out behind you. One straight slope from the base of your neck all the way to your heels if possible. Nicely done, everybody. Try to keep your hips squared. Breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. You can do this. Breathe. You're almost there. Keep going. You can do this. Tummy muscles in. You're almost there. Go, go, go. Keep your hips squared if you can. You can do it. You're almost there. Breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. Long necks. Don't let your tummy sag. You can do this. Rest. Shake out those arms. Well done. Shake out those arms. Shake out those legs. Pace the room if you need. Little sips of water if you need. Nice job, everybody. Have a bit of a breather, and then we have our final exercise, our very last one, and you're done. I saved the best for last. Okay. So for the last exercise, you're still going to need a wall. But this time, what you're going to do is you're going to lean back into the wall and walk your feet away. So my entire trunk is on the wall, but my feet are away. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to slide my bottom down as if I'm sitting in an invisible chair like this. I'm going to hold my arms up, and I'm going to do punches forward like this for 20 seconds, and then we get 10 seconds break. And then we go again, 20 seconds, as hard as you can with those punches, 10 seconds break. We're going to do that 3 times, which will fill up our 90-second round. So you got 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, 3 times for 90 seconds, and that's round 1. And then we'll have a short break and do the final round, and then you're done. So you're almost there. Now, when you're leaning back in the wall, you don't want your chest to come off like this. You want your entire trunk, your shoulders, your back to be against the wall. Okay, find the wall. Let's get the timer started. You are almost there. Ready? We go in 3, 2, 1, go! 20 seconds of work. Go, 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 go. Powerful punches. Get low. Get low. Powerful punches. Go, 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 go. You can do this. Keep going. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. 10 seconds rest. Breathe. You can straighten those knees. We go again in 3, 2, 1. Go. Sliding down that wall. Go. Give me those punches. Go as hard as you can. Power behind the punches. Go, go, go. Nice power. Even more. Really extend the arms. Go, 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 go. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten those knees. Breathe. 10 seconds. One last round. Breathe. You can do this. You are almost there. And go. Get low. Punch, 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 punch. As powerfully as you can. Extend those arms. Go, 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 go. Extend those arms. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nicely done. Rest, everyone. That was your last round. Rest. Breathe. Walk it out. Shake out the arms. Shake out the legs. One final round of this, and then you're all done. Well done. You can do this. Last 90 seconds of hard work, and you are done. When you're doing those punches, I want to make sure, if you look at my arms for a second, I don't want to be like this. I would rather you go slower, but really aim for this sharp rebound. So imagine there's actually something in front of you, and you're punching through whatever the object is. So we don't want to be like this. We want to be like this. Nice big power. Okay. Are we ready? Last bit, and then you're done. Okay, start in 5 seconds. Get ready. Go! Slide down that wall. Give me those punches. Go! 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 Keep going. Big, big, big power punches. Go. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. Rest. 10 seconds off. Shake out those arms. Breathe. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. We go in 3, 2, 1. Go. Slide down that wall. Go. Give me those punches. Go. Go. Punch through something as hard as you can. Extend those arms. Go. 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 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. 10 seconds. Breathe. Last round. 20 seconds of hard work and you're done. We go in 3, 2, 1. Go as low as you can. Give me those punches. This is your last one. Make it good. Big punches. Go. 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 You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Breathe. Oh my goodness. Well done, everybody. Shake out those arms. Shake out those legs. Very well done. Pace the room a little bit. Let the heart rate come down. I hope you've worked up a sweat. Very well done, everybody. So you can see, even in just 20 seconds, you can actually do some really good work. And so exercise doesn't necessarily have to be something you're doing for 2 hours at a time or even an hour at a time. You can do very targeted, high-intensity exercise for 30 minutes, for 20 minutes, and you'll still get a good workout. because the main chunk of what we did today, so 5 exercises, we did 90 seconds each round, but when we did that twice, so that's really 3 minutes per exercise. So in total, that's 15 minutes of high intensity exercise. That's the main chunk. And you can see even that in itself is quite challenging. And so when you're thinking about your exercise program, we really want to focus on the high intensity part. So not just high intensity, but you need the intensity to also be novel. So we don't want to be doing as fast as we can, but our movements are so small because that's going to be ineffective. We really want that novel stimulation, the power behind every movement we're doing to be as big and as exaggerated as possible. Let's stretch it out. Hold on to stretch your thigh. Or what you can do if you aren't able to hold on to your foot, you can grab a chair and you can put that chair behind you, place your foot on the chair. Same thing, keep your knees in one line, push your hips forward, and you'll feel a stretch in the thigh, whatever works for you. Breathe, deep breath, letting your heart rate come down a little bit. And let's try the same thing on the other side. You can either pull your foot towards your bottom or place it down on a chair behind you and push your hips forward, whatever is easier. Breathe. And release. We're going to do our calf stretch. One leg forward, one leg back. The back leg is going to be straight. You're really going to think about digging that back heel down into the floor, pushing the hips forward, straightening that back knee, and you should feel a stretch in the back calf, the back of the calf of the leg behind. If you don't feel it, you can reach your leg out back even further, but really think about digging that heel into the floor if possible. Good, and let's switch. Same on the other leg. Really think about digging that heel back into the floor, straightening that knee. Nicely done, everybody. And release. We're going to grab hold of our opposite elbow, and you're going to pull it up towards your shoulder. And the arm that's being stretched, I really want you to think pressing that shoulder down away from your ears. And you should feel a stretch on the outside of the shoulder and the upper arm there. Breathing, really dig that shoulder down. Good, that same arm is going to go up overhead, and you're going to pull that elbow back towards your ears. Nicely done. Keep breathing as you're stretching. And let's switch arms. Same thing on the other side. Grab hold of your elbow and pull that towards your shoulder. The arm that's being stretched, you really think about pressing that shoulder down towards the floor. Good, nice job, everybody. And let's go overhead. You're trying to press that elbow back behind your ears. Good, and release. Arms out. Palms. You're going to pull both arms back and give your chest a stretch. And release. Let's roll our ankles. Nice gentle circles, nothing too big. Nice gentle circles. And the other direction. And switch sides. Nice gentle circles. And the other direction. And rest. All right, you are all done, everybody. We're on time today. Woohoo! Very, very well done for a great, great class. Remember, level 3 is really hard. And so if you feel like it was challenging to keep up, you are not the only one, and you will definitely not be the last person to feel that way. So very, very well done for coming. Remember, in order to slow down our Parkinson's, we do want exercises at a moderate to high intensity level, and the movements you're doing have to be novel. Novel as in the opposite pattern of what we would normally do in Parkinson's, where we're usually our movements are small and stiff and slow. We're aiming for power, large, exaggerated. The sillier you feel, the better. So that's the novel stimulation I'm talking about. So high intensity paired with novel stimulation is what's going to drive neuroplasticity, and it's what's going to slow down your Parkinson's. So very, very well done, everybody. I hope you feel stiff and sore tomorrow, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone. Thank you very much. See you later. Drink some water. Bye-bye.